Welcome back to the Pink Floyd Collectors YouTube channel. So I'm going to carry on with my scrapbook collection. We're up to book number 27. Last time it was 25 and 26, a joint one. You can find that in our playlist. Thank you for all the feedback. Thank you for the comments over all our different social media. Always happy to answer questions. Always happy to photo these or scan them in high res if you require them for any publications or for your own personal use. So let's start. So this is a cutout from an old record collector magazine, popular publication in the UK. Interesting that it's pricing this up at £35. This is the See Emily Play, Pink Floyd's second release. Even showing the A promo. Obviously price is way out of line. I think this is probably from the mid-90s, this one here. It's quite an interesting one. This is a catalogue called Pink Floyd First 11. Actually predates the box set, but it does talk about the first 11 releases. This was just a promo booklet that was sent out to record stores, people in the industry, but details Pink Floyd's first 11. I like this bit as well. It has what they call the reserves, which is the solo albums from Syd Barrett and Roger Waters with Ron Geeson. We've then got a set list. This one stems from Roger Waters' performance at Newport. I would have removed this from the stage at the time. This is actually from Portsmouth. Just features the Nick Mason Saucerful of Secrets date. A nice advert there from Germany for the original release of Pink Floyd, The Wall. This is Dick Parry's autograph. I got this outside of the Royal Festival Hall, I think back in 2001 when David Gilmour was playing. A Spanish friend had given me this promo. He runs the Animals fanzine. And yeah, it was one of the only things I had, so I got Dick to sign it on the back. We then have a fold-out poster for the from Germany for the film Live at Pompeii. This is obviously an original one from the period. I have recently posted this on our Facebook channel, so you can see a better copy of it there. Then got a full-page ad from the NME, again a publication in the UK. This is for The Wall. There's several versions of this, obviously featuring various Gerald Scarfe characters. This one obviously the prosecutor up on the wall, but yeah, this was advertising the release of the album, and you can see by the date it was very much around its release date in 79. Then got an advert again from Germany for the video release of The Wall. A nice write-up there, the Pride and the Passion. I think this is one was with Nick Mason, yeah. Talks to Pink Floyd's Nick Mason, just an interview. Again, another German advert for the film. I love these foreign ones. I like the kind of play on the words, translating it to German. Always looks a little bit different. But yeah, Der Spielfilm, again from the period of the 82. This is actually a double page spread ad from France. Écoutez les sons de mur. Excuse my French. Pink Floyd, The Wall. And again, one of the characters by Gerald Scarfe. And again, this would have been around the release of the album in 79. Kind of interesting cartoon ad. And this one is obviously from Israel. Obviously an in-house artist. And then some bits in Hebrew on the back. This is what they call a security sheet. So these tend to be backstage and they control passes. This I got from the San Francisco gig. That was right down on the water at the baseball ground there. One of the shows I was lucky enough to attend on the 11th of May. And this is a double page ad from America. This is actually an Hollywood Associated ad magazine. And it's just talking about the success of the film so far on its release weekend, how much money it had generated. Obviously, that's the kind of thing they would have been interested in. A nice fold-out, what do you call that, a quadruple poster. Again, from Germany, and again, Der Spielfilm, which I think is a German magazine. But a nice full page ad, quad ad, I guess you'd say. A nice publication, a photo of Roger on stage. Just a general chat about the release of Echoes back in 2001. An interview with I think this was with Z, but not Rick Wright. It was just with Dave Harris, so they just talk about the release. Set the Controls for the Heart of the Floyd. Nice double page ad. This one stemming from the New Musical Express, NME, from 1973. And that was April, so just after Dark Side of the Moon had come out. Yeah, nice read. Again, like I say, I can scan these or certainly put them up on social media if you want to investigate it a bit further. Quite a recent one here. This is from, it looks like probably the Sun in the UK. And this was around the some of the reissues, the Dark Side of the Moon box set. Obviously from 1994, Pink Floyd, Ringing the Division Bell. This is a foreign publication, not too sure which one. No, it could actually be American, actually. Yeah, USA. And again, from that period, USA. This is actually the merchandise catalogue that came in the programme for the Wall Berlin. I think you were handed these as well when you went into the arena or staging area in Berlin, and it just details what merchandise was available. Pink Floyd Interstellar. This was one of the first exhibition that was held in Paris. An advert for Jeff Beck that was doing 2 nights, I believe it was, or certainly 2 nights that featured Roger Waters, and this was at the Royal Festival Hall, I think in 2002 from memory. A nice flyer that was handed out. This was Roger Waters, I think 2002 by looking at the picture. A nice advert there, again foreign, for the Wall. I'm not even too sure, maybe German, but with the 2 things above, maybe Polish, I'm not too sure. A nice foreign one again. This looks French or German. Yeah, German, for David Gilmour album, and also includes the concert dates there, back in 84. Another German one for Roger Waters. The same time, of course, this would have been pretty much. Roger Waters was touring the Pros and Cons. David was touring About Face. A couple of different adverts for the film Pink Floyd, The Wall. And another one here. This one is actually really nice. I do like the caricatures on this one. It's quite different to anything else you find. And this was from the UK and was advertising the first concert dates that went on sale to see The Wall in 1980. But yeah, nice one, that one. Just a small article on relics, looking back, and this is when it was reissued on Music for Pleasure from Harvest. Another Wall, I think I've got thousands of these. They come in so many different formats, and obviously there was the studio album release, then there was the single, then there was the film. So there's obviously been a lot of releases around the Wall. But you can certainly see from the date here, 17th of July, so this was right on its release date. And it was also showing that you could see it at Empire, at the Empire Theatre, which was in Leicester Square, which is also where the premiere was held. Then a nice fold-out one for the final cut with that typical typography that existed then. Another one for Pros and Cons, this time advertising the 2 live dates. 2 at Earl's Court, and I think was it 2 at Birmingham? Yeah, I think it was. Nice kind of different look for David Gilmour there on stage from 94. The Wall is His Therapy. This is actually a Danish one. Would have stemmed probably from 2011, the first shows. Got a nice one there for collection of great dance songs. Again, this looks foreign. Yeah, Electrola, so Spanish, this one. Another foreign piece there with the original Pig from 77. That probably stems from that period. Nice shot of the band on stage. Nice one there of Nick with the drumsticks up. And also Roger with his typical bass in the air. Looks like probably coming to the climax of a song. And again, all these pieces are related to that. Some general foreign publications. I do like this one of Nick with some toys. I guess most of us can afford these, but the difference is Nick's probably got the originals. Another wall, this time from America, and this time advertising the live dates there in Los Angeles and New York. And you can see by the date, this was just a couple of weeks away before they would start. In fact, actually, February the 7th was the start of the Los Angeles shows. Just an article there with Roger Waters on the steps of Abbey Road. That would have probably been around 2001, 2002. I was shot there at the band, again from a publication. Black and white shot, again, I think this is from a German publication. Mind Games, a review of Syd Barrett. Wouldn't You Miss Me, the best of Syd Barrett. I think the first compilation of his work, like in a best-of format. Versailles review in French. Nice shot there of Syd. I really like this one. Think Pink, Feel Floyd, Play Pulse. Again, only came from Germany, that ad, so quite interesting. A Q&A with Roger Waters in Germany. Cast Your Radio on Waters, obviously from 87, a short interview with him. Cover of the Sounds advert from 73. There's just something about this photo that really seems off. I mean, this does not look like, kind of is David Gilmour, but isn't. It's like they've done something with the film. A nice original Roger Waters Amused to Death in Germany. It's like maybe French, this one. The original ad for the auction at Christie's, just after the Roger Waters had played Berlin 90. He then auctioned off a lot of some of the props from there and bits and pieces. Again, various magazine bits here. Mental as Anything. Almost kind of seems cruel now to post that kind of headline. But yeah, looking at Opal's release. Another German press article. Again, German, more German. From Japan this time. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. Nice shots of Roger and David. And this one again, Japanese. David Gilmour, misspelt. Another German, Japan, obviously, text. And this is actually quite famous. You can see they're recording the interview. It's a famous interview they did in Japan. I think it was in 70, 71. Nice shot there of a almost youthful looking Nick Mason. And ad here, Dark Secrets. Original ad from 94 for Pink Floyd's Pulse show, the Division Bell. And that's just announcing that the final two shows have been added, because they kept on, I think originally it came out as 4, then 6, then 12. I think originally, and then eventually 14 with these two. Or was it 15 with the first one rescheduled after the collapse? Mojo front page, advertising the 30th anniversary Pink Floyd special. An interview here, I think this is with Tim Rennick actually, yeah, with Tim Rennick, but talking about the Floyd and his work with Roger Waters. Original 1977 advert for David Gilmour. And then the very small kind of bottom of page advert from 87 for Radio Chaos, just announcing that it's going to be released on June 15th. But instead of saying announced, they're saying first broadcast June 15th. But that's it. That's Scrapbook number 27. I will try and crack on with these. Like I said, I've got plus 60, maybe even 70 now if I could organise some of the other clippings I've got. But I know there's a lot of interest in them. Please put in the comments. Give us a like. It does help spread it on social media, especially on YouTube. Like the more interaction we get, the more it gets cast out to other fans as well. But yeah, hopefully that was useful to you. And I do welcome any feedback.